Box. I've had this box. Oh, wait, no, what? I've had this box of amazing things for the longest time, just sitting there, not sorted into my actual collection of pieces, and unused. So, and that stop motion thing of opening it, it was uploaded 3 months ago, Phil. So, how about we look at what's inside finally? And let's start with something that I myself just found out about. I've always had a ton of these bones in gray, and only some in black, but now, equality. Similarly, a bunch of these in gray. I didn't before because they use these colors for these pieces mainly in 3.0 and a few breakout sets, of which I only had Surge, and only ever had Bulk and Stringer from 3.0. Now there's also a ton of these in varying sizes, real good stuff. Also some of these in light gray from Nex, Wear Mask. Like don't wear the mask, but where is the mask? I've got more red bones now, these being the ones I had prior. Some of these pretty neat and useful pieces here, and 4 of these big black bones, of which I have 6 in dark red from Mr. Phantom, so getting them in standard colors is quite nice. Gathering a lot more body pieces here, 8 of these standard size ones, 4 smaller ones, 3 from 1.0, and 1 from Takanuva of the 2010 variety. As for armor, this stuff I have good amounts of already, however here, basically doubling my current amounts of each of these pieces, and here I only ever had 1 of these from Thorn Racks, only recently and just 5 size 3 ones from XT4, and these had only 2 of each from a secondhand Furno XL, and then this from Stringer 3.0 of course. Now for the real good and or interesting armor, we have these Firelord and Drilldozer pieces, and too bad neither mask is present. They're the same piece with 2 faces on each side, if you didn't know, so even one would have been enough, really. Speaking of missing masks, here we have a bunch of shells with hero prints, and we saw Breakout Nex's body, we have Nex 3.0's armor piece here, and neither mask is present. However, we have these really cool pieces from Waspix, and barely anything of this set is missing, so here. I am bug, a mass flying bug. I am bug, a mass flying bug. What is that? I'll tell you what it is. It's a massive flying bug. And now, Mr. Custom Baki, made by me here, has some pieces he shouldn't. So, I took what I wanted, and in return, Wait, I'm not supposed to be reading this.
I took what I wanted, and in return, I gave him so much more!
So first we have 8 of these Nadiki blades, which could be really good for some wings I think. 2 of these from the same Takanuva. This single piece from the weapon on Mystica Tahu. Could this work as the top of a guitar? Anyway, a 3rd Furno blade, some Power Miner stuff, love those daggers, and then, it just keeps getting better, we have Corroder's claws, and those shield-like pieces, some Visorak claws, and Xplode axe. Wow! And of course it doesn't stop there, all of these 2.0 weapons and shields, a pair of cuffs, I'm going to be playing Buckshot Roulette with those later, and all these blades, the red ones being new to me. A bunch of Thornax launcher pieces, the gun from Nex, and this cannon piece, of which I have my own in gray, but no projectile. And there's 4 of them here, wow! It's crazy, I know. I never knew about that. Never once in my life in these 3 months prior did I look at this box and its contents and I did not know what was inside here before doing this video. There are some system pieces and a bunch of Technic stuff in here, most notable of which are all these ball joint pieces, as well as 5 of these pieces that you need for Kuroda's hands, also these rather unique new to me pieces, and an almost broken piston. I wonder if I can use that. Speaking of broken, my heart, the sockets of these few bones have cracked in various places. These, however, haven't, and all these can't really break since there are no sockets. And then we have here some additional cool armor stuff, quite spiky. Most notable to me are these here pieces, especially that fire piece, and this white armor that looks like a face. Or is it the face that looks like white armor? Next up, a ton of hands and feet. These here are all new. I only have one red hand, and the gunmetal shoes are just so epic. There's also a bunch of hand connector pieces, and all these older hands and such. Those gray hands have quite the clean look to them, if I do say so myself. And lastly, to sign off with signature pieces, we have 6 of these chest armor and core holding pieces, with half of the core sadly missing. But then we have 4 of the helmets and gear from the 2.0 heads, and only 3 of the heads themselves though. Springer 3.0's mask as well. 2 brain attack evo heads, with 1 visor missing. But then the masks of Xplode and Corroder, alongside some Glatorian heads. And as we saw previously, the mask of Takanuva. Why does the microphone do this thing to my voice? And I do so love these 3 because they are definitely quite large and work well for large mocks, such as this one that I made very recently. Had to reassemble him just now because I disassembled him just before recording this, like an idiot before taking any pictures. Anyway, he's using a lot of pieces from this very box actually, and he's as tall as Witch Doctor, and also very poseable. Like, look at him, he can even scrunch his back. Wait, hold on, Witch Doctor?